G'day chaps, welcome back. So I've obviously found the entrance to the new area. Never been down here before. So I went to the Trapper's homestead. I basically searched for it. But you've seen all this before. You've seen Mystery Lake. But I have never been here. In terms of our status, I need some food. I need to hunt quite soon, so that's quite high on the agenda. And obviously we've got 3 hours of daylight left, so we're going to have to find some kind of shelter. We do have that bearskin bedroll, and our clothes are in really good condition. I found another layer to go under my thick wool sweater, which is in really good condition. I found a thin wool sweater, so I doubled up, and I think we have enough cloth. Yeah, we can repair it. So we need to find some shelter, and I'll repair some clothing. I read on the changelog you might be able to do something with this. Oh yeah. Okay, so you can turn that into sticks now, 10 minutes. That's pretty cool. They now have a use. Now I have no idea where to go, where to look. I think our best bet is probably to find a cave. I'm guessing. There's a wolf coming towards us. I'm going to set off in this direction. All I'm really going to care about is shelter. At this stage we need to find a place to bed down, and then tomorrow morning we can explore this map properly. From what I understand, it is very barren. I don't know how big it is, but I understand there's not much on it, and it's mostly just a large kind of lake type area. Now you can tell obviously I'm not bothering with the cattails at this stage. We do have backup food that we can harvest, but it's really shelter. Shelter is the one and only priority right now. So let's have a look. Obviously nothing in this direction. I will pick up the cattails as we walk across them. Obviously I'm not going to make any kind of special effort for it. We can drop all the tinder, by the way, that the cattail gives us. I've got a good enough skill in fire starting that we just don't need it anymore. We don't need any tinder to start fires. But yeah, brilliant that they've added this new region. As I mentioned before, it's supposed to have a forge. So that will be... This is changing the game, especially for Interloper, because it makes starting on Mystery Lake actually viable. You don't need to go all the way to Desolation Point to forge anymore. And this is something they've mentioned previously. I mean, Hinterland mentioned it before. Because a few people got, annoyed, especially for newbies. If you're new to the game, you go all the way over to Desolation Point to craft some tools and then die. It's quite a trek. So they've improved that. And yeah, as always, Hinterland have delivered. As they tend to. I'm pretty sure there's not going to be any kind of shelter up there, so I'm not going to bother. I doubt this map has any kind of prepper cache either. Yeah, so that looks like lake to me. I think I've only got the one flare left now. I've used quite a few. I left with 5. I've got more back at base. But that's a long way away now. And this may not be the most exciting episode ever. I have no idea. I have no idea what to expect with this region. 2 hours of daylight left. beginning to wonder if it might have been wise to probably shouldn't go up there. My energy's still fine. Not too concerned about that. I'm more concerned about visibility, to be honest. Because it is kind of foggy. Now, as I mentioned before, the weak ice is going to be a problem. So we need to really watch out for that. And I'm going to take a kind of a logical route. I guess you call it a safe route. So I'm going to stick to the edges of the map to begin with. We have to do that until we find some kind of shelter. And it may be that they've just not put much shelter on here. Who knows? I have no idea. I am prepared to use my bullets though, because there's a wolf up ahead. Don't know if you can make that out, but I'm not gonna mess around because we've only got that one flare left. There are two wolves, so I'm heading up in this direction. The last thing, of course, I want to do is spend the night out in the open. Ah, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm wondering if do we kill these wolves? Because if we want to sleep here, the last thing we want is to be
It's getting dark out here.
rudely awakened in the night.
Time to look for shelter.
What's that? Coal, cool. We like coal. I'm gonna... It's probably wise to kill these wolves. So let's see if we can't do that cleanly. Now I'm going to take it real slow. Now he's walking away from me now. I think they both are. Yeah. Maybe they don't come this far over? I guess, I hope. I don't know. Let's risk it. I'm guessing their path doesn't really come over here, otherwise they would have walked over here already. I'm hoping that Hinterland haven't been too harsh about that. Okay, so we're going to do some basic maintenance. We're going to place our bedroll, have it not glitch. We're going to repair the clothing. So it was where is it? This guy. Thin wool sweater. We want to repair this. Let's use up the rest of our sewing kit. We've got just enough daylight left. Yeah, that's got it up to a nice good condition. And in terms of food, I'll just eat a very small amount. I'm okay with starving a little bit. I'm less concerned about starving now. I've got used to it with Interloper. So it doesn't really concern me so much. And we're going to run out of daylight soon, so I don't think there's really any point studying, but I can try. Is that going to work? Just about. I shouldn't be able to study when it's dark. It's strange. So something's gone wrong, but that's okay. We're taking advantage of it. Alright, I'm going to go for a big long sleep. Let's hope we don't get woken up by some nasty. But I'm feeling better about it now. Let's go for a good solid sleep. It does always kind of make me nervous doing this, sleeping out in the open when there are wolves around. We are starving, so I'm going to go... I'll eat our crackers. Just to avoid too much of a condition hit. And then let's get our tiredness up to the max. So let it warm up a bit outside, the old usual routine. It's really very hot in Melbourne today, by the way. And tomorrow, Christmas Day, is going to be 35 degrees. So we've only just turned the air conditioning off. It's what, 20 to 6 p.m. now.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
How heavy are we? 43 kilos. But it has been hot today. Oh god, hey. That wolf's far too close for comfort. What? How did I miss? That was... It made no sense that we missed that. I had him dead in my sights. Okay, so let's remember that cave there. So that cave. Just kind of get a sense of our surroundings. That could be our lifeline. So we have that kind of big mountain there. Doesn't look like there's too much else around. I'm going to collect some cattails. Again, I'm not going to make too big of a deal of it. If we starve, we starve. That's not a biggie. I'm going to explore first and then take down a deer. Thanks for all the comments, by the way. You have taught me that you can take a deer down more easily than I thought with the bow. So I had never realised that you can approach deer and you can get quite close when their head is down. I didn't realise that they'd actually added that mechanic into the game. So yeah, I do read your comments and I do learn, and I don't know everything there is to know about the Long Dark. I do play it a lot, but I can't pretend to know everything. As I mentioned, maybe in my Interlope series or the last episode of this, I'm doing that beginner's guide this weekend too. Got 4 days off work. I actually have to work next week between Christmas and New Year, which sucks, but I'll just drop all these cattails. The tinder. There's a wolf just over this ridge. I could probably do with finding some shelter. And I'm pretty sure that ice out there is going to be weak in quite a few places, so... I've heard a few people have fallen through it. Oh shit! Oh crap, we've crashed. Fuck's sake. Ugh, that sucks. Alright, let's try again. I just found out, by the way, that muskeg is the North American word for bog. Bog as in, like, marsh. Marshland. So Forlorn Muskeg. It kind of fits with the whole weak ice idea. Alright, let's try again. 11 hours of daylight left. Other people seem to also be having a few issues with the game crashing. That'll just be a bug. And I'm sure they'll sort it out soon enough. I'm thinking, rather than sort of skirting the edges, and taking on that wolf like we just did, I'm going to head across the ice. If we die, we die.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
But let's go and see something a little bit different. I do want to actually explore this region. Oh, that wolf's very close. I don't know how we missed that before, honestly. I don't know, do we kill it? Do we let it go? We have the other one coming on, maybe it's a good idea. Because we can chase them away too. So that's what should have happened last time. Don't stop. Okay. Their animations got a lot better on these wolves. I think they look pretty good now. Okay, he's still running around. I think we're safe. Alright. Cool. So yeah, let's head across the ice. Let's try. As risky as I know it is. This character, by the way, has been alive for 118 days. So I've been everywhere. I've done everything there is to do pretty much with this character. Collected everything in the whole world. Kitted out with everything. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I'm going to turn it down to medium and see if that maybe helps. Because I noticed we were seeing sort of black spots on the screen. I don't know if you noticed that. And I'd never seen those before. So normally I record on medium just because DX Story is running in the background. If I play by myself, I turn it up to high and I put it across the full 3 screens, and I love playing that way. I put it on full screen. It's much more immersive, but obviously I can't record that way, so we do it like this. I'm really wanting to sort of avoid going out into the open ice. I can't run, by the way, because I'm too heavy as well. So we're up to... I guess I'd need to get under 40 kilos for that? I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to try and stay off the open ice. So I'm guessing this region doesn't actually connect to anywhere. It looks fairly large. I mean, we can see basically the how big it is from here. The view is, I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's just a big round map, basically. Ooh, I'll get some free meat. Let's check out this carcass. Getting cold fairly quickly. So if there's any meat on this, I can see a bear way off in the distance. Don't know if you can see that. Kind of behind there, you can just barely see it moving. So there's a bear back there. Let's have a look at this. Right, I'll take 1 kilo. Yeah, we're not getting cold too quickly, so I'll take the other half kilo too. And let's go find some shelter and cook that up. That'll give us some good calories. Now, I did read there's some kind of barn as well, so we'll go check that out. What else? I don't know what else to really tell you about the map. I think it's great that we have this. There's the bear. You see him? Still way off. I don't really need this flare gun. But this gives me something to play. I don't know if it's somewhere we can come in Interloper, on our Interloper series, because I guess we need to find the shelter. We have to figure out how we're going to live here first. But this is the region that would make sense to come to and live. Anything new is good. So that bear's coming towards us, but I'm guessing we'll be fairly safe in one of these. Let's have a look. Bedroll, that's interesting. Okay. So this is obviously being set up as a place to rest. This coal's going to be good. Loads of coal. Oh, bullet! I have not found a bullet in ages. That looks pretty shit. The bedroll's not good either, but it's got tons of that could give us tons of cloth if we needed it. Let's just go with the sticks for the moment. So it feels like quite a nice relaxed playthrough. Just getting to check this out. Oh, I've just bought a bunch of new games, by the way. The Steam sale has just prompted me to buy some stuff. So there were quite a few games I've had on my wish list for a long time, but I was waiting for prices to drop. And Steam sales come along, and I bought XCOM 2. I know it's a great game. I've been looking forward to that for a long time, but I didn't want to pay the $60 or whatever it was at the beginning, so I waited. I was in no rush. I've had plenty of other games to play. I also bought Metal Gear Solid 5, and these are things that I want to play by myself. I might do something on the channel for it too. I bought Free Space 2 as well, and I've also bought the Solos Project. So these are all games with fantastic reviews, top-notch reviews. They're all games I'm pretty sure I'm not going to regret buying, and I bought them all at very good prices, so I think that will see me happily playing for quite a while. Just do another half litre. I am wondering if that bear is close now. So we'll finish this water off. I'll eat the meat we have. I guess there's no rush, but it always gets our weight down. Weather looks good. And I'll get a flare gun out just in case. Because we'd have no protection from a bear. Oh no, he's still off over there. Okay. Visibility's way better. Let's see what we have to see. So there's some kind of... looks like some kind of structure down there. You can follow the train line. I don't think we're going to be at risk of falling in with the train line. Ah, there's a hunter's cabin there, like a hide. Okay. It doesn't look like there's much else, really. But this is fantastic travelling weather. Everything's in good condition. Temperature's good. Let's go exploring. You guys, I'm sure a lot of you have already explored this region, seen what this region has to offer. And this little mini-series, it might not be the most exciting in the world, but I like playing this game. I like recording my experiences. It doesn't always need to be supremely exciting. So in terms of those games I just bought, I reckon I'm gonna... What shall I play first? I think XCOM 2 is probably gonna be the one. I've just heard nothing but good things about it. I understand it's much harder than XCOM 1, but from everything I've read and people I've talked to who've also played it, they say that it takes everything that was in the first game, just improves everything. And I loved XCOM 1. People have also said that it's just different. I mean, in terms of difficulty, so you think you're going to be fine. You play through the whole mission. You think you're safe, and then boom, a bunch of aliens all come along and just wipe you out. So a friend of mine at work, he was talking about it. He was good at the first XCOM. He thought he was good, so he put it on difficult to begin with, and Iron Man mode, and got utterly slaughtered. And yeah, so I was pretty good at XCOM 1. I wasn't bad, but you could kind of game the system. Put everybody on Overwatch, you move other people up, and then, you know, it was fairly straightforward. Whereas this time, I think you just have to play it differently. Maybe you have to be a bit more dynamic. That's interesting. You've got a kind of... Is that almost like a waterfall kind of area up there? Pretty cool. So I'm going to head to the end of this train line first. Oh, there's another hunter's hide over there. Ah. There's a structure over there. That looks like a proper shelter. That might be the barn. Ah, and there's a pier over there, so that might be fishing huts or something? Yeah, probably. And this looks like it's not really going anywhere. Huh. Pretty cool. Looks like, I don't know, is there less to explore in this map? It just seems so simple. Ah, yeah, okay, so it is a waterfall. It comes all the way down. Now the big question I'm thinking is, on this map, where would be the home? Where's the place to set up your permanent base if you're going to live? That's something we're going to have to learn. I'm hoping there's a proper indoor cave, because we can't really, as you know, we can't live permanently indoors because you get cabin fever. I reckon I'll get to the end of this this train line here, and then I'll stop this and call it an episode. Yeah, if you want, do let me know if you want to see videos on all those games I just bought. So XCOM 2, Metal Gear Solid 5, Free Space 2, which is an old game, but it's just got rave reviews, a cult following, and I never played it. So apparently you need to get a few mods to make it work, but it only costs $5 US. It was nothing. But apparently it's fantastic. and then also the Solus project, which is an exploration / survival type game. So I think I'm going to enjoy all of those. Strategy, space. Metal Gear Solid 5 is the kind of the outlier, but it made such a splash when it came out, and it's such an iconic game. And I've never played any of the actual Metal Gear games before, but when it came out I did a little documentary video on the guy who made it, just because I kind of got into it, I got interested. Ooh, we nearly crashed. But no, Steam just finished downloading the Solus project. That's what that was. It really is a barren map. I can kind of see what people are saying now, because if you were a beginner and you came here and you tried to survive without really knowing what you were doing, or having a bearskin bedroll or any of those things, you could very quickly get yourself in trouble. I mean, if a storm came in or visibility dropped and you didn't know where to go, and then you've got weak ice everywhere. Yeah, I can see this being pretty brutal. Good for experienced players to have something new to play with, of course. Alright, let's... we're not getting cold, so we can take all of this. I'm not going to bother with the hides or anything, we've got more than enough of those. But that's good meat. Now, I want to head for some kind of structure. We've got 6 hours of daylight left. I'm guessing that's a dead end. There's nothing I can see around there. Alright, so I'm going to head over in this direction. I can see there's a structure. Oh, there's another bear. Interesting. What's that? No, that's nothing. But I want to get to a structure to save it as much as anything else. My strategy here is to kind of stay on the bits of land that have snow, hoping that they're going to be sturdier than anything else. The open ice is going to be the deadly stuff, so I'm going to try and avoid that like the plague. It's really quite windy. Let's just have a look at our clothing. It's all looking good. So obviously I've chosen some really heavy clothes, so our sprint capacity is only 60%, but I've gone for massive wind chill and temperature protections. I don't need to rush, especially when I'm at this kind of stage of the game where I've collected everything. What is that? Is that a hut? Where's that bear gone? Yeah, so definitely a structure up ahead. There's that bear. So it looks like he's walking away. What is that? Okay. No wolves out here though either, but also no deer. This almost feels like the map is like a ring. Oh shit. Okay. Not going that way. I've fallen into the ice before and it's just an absolute killer. Clothes get wet, they freeze. It gets really bad really quickly. And it takes forever to dry your clothes out and sort yourself out. Oh, so interesting. All those structures down there are derelict. Interesting stuff. This is very different though. I mean, it's not like the railway, like the gorge, you know, with the bridge you have to kind of walk across. It doesn't feel like this is built for excitement. Feels like this is kind of built to challenge more experienced players and just have a bit of diversity. Because we have Timberwolf Mountain. You know, that exhilarating climb. And here they've given us basically an ice desert. Just more derelict buildings. And is that structure? Looks like it. I'm guessing that's where the forge is. So I really want to go and check out what this thing is. Let's just see if we get that weak ice warning. No, we're okay. And of course the whole weak ice thing is invisible, so it's just a case of guessing / watching out. And it only gives you a couple of seconds to get off it before you are screwed. I hope you don't mind this video running on. I always imagine this is the kind of video that people just chill with. If you're in the US and weed is legal, you can just roll one up, kick back and play this. I used to watch, at work, I used to watch a lot of videos in the background as well. So what is this? Oh, it's open. Alright, so it's not proper shelter. That is an absolute ton of lamp oil. 3.61 litres. Unfortunately, I don't need it. I'm guessing that metal might be for the forge. That's why that's been kind of scattered there. Now this is getting more interesting. Tons of abandoned structures. So I'm liking what they're showing. I'm liking the idea, the kind of theme of this. This used to be a populated area, and now it's completely abandoned. That looks like it's still intact, that structure, but that's the same as what we were just at, so that's probably open as well. So now I'm wondering, where is the shelter? Where have they put it? Because there must be some. They can't have all this around here without some kind of shelter. I'm not seeing anything. Nothing on the boat. I'm not bothering with rose hips at the moment. I have more than enough medicine. I'm also slightly disappointed by the lack of threats. I mean, maybe it's just because I was lucky in the visibility's being so good, but I don't feel like I'm under pressure here at all. On the other hand, Old Spence family homestead, interesting. On the other hand, I do believe that coming here on Interloper would be a very tough experience, especially without a rifle. Okay. Is that the forge, I'm wondering? So that's nothing. Where's our shelter? So I'm looking up there for the mouth of a cave. Ooh, dear. I'll come back to them. Oh, there's the forge. Okay. Is this where we're supposed to sleep then? Oh. 5 bullets. Absolute magic. Thank you very much. Dropper existing sewing kit. We don't need that. Lantern, Parker, don't need those. Coal. Hacksaw. Oh, there's our bedroll. Okay. There's our bed, so we are supposed to sleep up here. Left us some nice wood. So there's plenty of resources here. Looks like there is no closed structure. There's something behind there. That's a safe. Let's just break this down. Ha! Nice, very nice touch. I'll come back to that. That takes time. I'll do that when I'm not recording. It's quite slow. And the hacksaw. I'll put that up in the bed area. So I'm guessing that coming up here means it's safe for us too. I guess. Ah, more fuel, excellent. Tons of fuel. More socks we don't need. Okay. And it's quite a lot warmer in here. And I'm guessing that forge has been put there so you can light the forge, climb up into bed, and you're still warm enough.
That stuff will come in handy.
Hi boys, I'm liking this. I think this is cool. I love the kind of outdoor thing. Very cool indeed. So that gives us +5 warmth bonus. I think this is where we settle down. I'm going to cook up this meat. I'm going to eat, sleep, and be merry. Save the game, of course. And actually, I'm going to save the game first because it's been crashing. But yeah, let's do that. Let's just make sure we've got it. I'll sleep through the night as usual. And maybe we start the next series tomorrow morning and we do a little more exploring, maybe some hunting, and just see what else this region has to offer. Thanks for joining me, as always. And I'll see you in the next episode of this little mini-series as we explore Forlorn Muskeg. Ciao for now.